Her name is Nyah Strong Hairston. And people ask, is that her middle name, Strong? It is, her middle name is Strong because she was a very strong person. She was a kind soul. That's what you know about Nyah. If you hear about Nyah, you hear how kind she was, positivity. She always worked two jobs. And Nyah was never one that would just settle for one job. She was a hairstylist, and she had her own shop in her mother's home. She had a lot of clients. They would come all the time. She was so kind to them when they did come to the home to get their hair done. And then she worked at UPS part-time, Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. each night. Her co-workers enjoy working with her. Her supervisors talked about how you could just call Nyah and say, "Could you come in? Someone didn't come in today." She would be right there. She was a dedicated person. And she wanted, she was a 20-year-old that was a typical 20-year-old, a person that had goals in life. She got off at 10 and she checked in with her mom, and how many 20-year-olds still check in with their moms? But she checked in with her mom to say, "I'm on my way home." And they always did that. And then she said, "But I'm going to stop past a friend's house for about 10 minutes. And that was probably around 10:15, 10:30. And then around 11:15, Mom started to get a little worried because she was only going to stay for 10 minutes and just come straight home. So we don't really know what happened after that, but she was on her way home and her mom got worried and called her sister and her father. And her best friend had her location in his phone. So they looked it up, and Mom said, "Well, let's just go there." So when they went there, the police were there, and they couldn't come up on the scene. We want to keep this case relevant forever. We don't want it to become a cold case. We want it to be solved. And working with the detectives, they've been very supportive. Detectives don't give out a lot of information right up front and that's the way it should be, because you never know who you're talking or speaking with. But we want to keep this relevant in the sense that Nyah was so special. And why did she deserve that? Why did Nyah deserve coming home from work on a Friday night, 10 o'clock, 10:30, and shot and killed in her car? In her car.
We have reason to believe that it is going to be random. We can't prove that at this point, but all roads lead to that. We're looking in that avenue right now. These cases are very difficult to solve, and with the community's help, of course, these cases can be a little bit easier to solve with people who are driving down the highway, and at that time of night for sure, 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night, of course, visibility, and also it was raining. Kind of a misty rain that night, which, of course, make it a lot more difficult. Also, high volume of traffic in these areas, and people aren't really thinking that this will happen on the highway or the roadways, and so they're not paying attention as much to these specific things, the small things that could turn out to be major things in these type of cases.
I'm going to be kind because I could say something that I really want to say. But I want to say, politically correct, is that you hurt our family. You devastated our family. Plus, Nyah didn't deserve that. Nyah was just coming home from work, just in her car, driving home from work, and someone just takes her life. They murdered her. They took Nyah from us, especially her mom and her sister and her dad, because she was so close to them, so close. So whoever, somebody saw something, somebody knows something, and someone has heard something. So I'm asking you to be a stand-up person and come out and say what you know. or what you've heard or what you saw. You could have been there and not even involved in the whole thing. But please just say something. It hurts our family.